Hey guys, it's John from the Visicast. I'm joined by Liam from Moarhammer, who is playing my Necrons, and I am joined by Darren, who is playing his Ulthwe Eldar, so we get to see more new Eldar Codex stuff. So, lists?
Yeah, they want to see them.
I mean, that's how it goes. This is how all the videos
that's
go.
What comes next, right?
Yeah.
I've done this
It
before.
goes this, and then it goes the list, and then we play the
do
game.
the music?
There's like probably two or three jokes in about an hour. Just 2 or 3 mediocre jokes.
You call them jokes.
Yeah, they're not even that funny, really.
Right. I love this tiff.
Yeah. So be prepared to maybe giggle twice and be mildly entertained. Yeah.
Okay, so this is the Eldar Ulthwe list that we will be running today for today's battle report. It's made up of 2 battalion detachments and whichever the name for the heavy support detachment is, so 3 detachments in total. The first detachment has Eldrad, a Warlock with the special Ulthwe Ghost Helm as his relic, 5 Dire Avengers, another 5 Dire Avengers, and 10 Guardians with a Bright Lance. That makes up the troops requirement of that battalion detachment. They've also got within the battalion 2 Wave Serpents, one of which is armed with all the Shuriken cannons and vectored engines. The other one is armed with a scatter laser, the normal Shuriken catapults, and a crystal targeting matrix. Battalion detachment number 2 has an Autarch on a bike. He's just armed with the standard laser lance that he can have. There's another Warlock in there. And then we've got 3 units of 10 men Guardians, 1 with a missile launcher, and the other 2 each have a star cannon. There are 2 Wave Serpents in this detachment, both of which have Bright Lances, and then the normal Shuriken catapults underneath, not the upgraded ones. They do also have crystal targeting matrix on both of them as well. There is a small unit of 3 Wind Riders with scatter lasers, and that fits into battalion detachment number 2. The last part of the force is led by a Spirit Seer, and he is commanding 2 Wraith Lords, which are armed both exactly the same. They've got 2 scatter lasers each, 2 flamers each, and then the Ghost Glaive each. So basically exactly the same. And then lastly, we have a unit of Dark Reapers. There are 7 of them, one of which is a Exarch, who's got the Aeldari missile launcher on it. Okay, so putting all that together, it gives me a total of 9 command points in a very heavily themed Ulthwe list. The Warlord is the Autarch on the bike, and he has got the Path of Command because he's an Autarch, but he's also taking the Warlord trait, Fate Reader. So both of them increase my chances of getting back or even increasing the number of command points as the game goes on.
So the detachment is an Outrider detachment, and starting out with our HQ choices, we have a Catacomb Command Barge. He has a Gorse Cannon and a Staff of Light. We also have a Cryptek. There is a stand-in model for the Cryptek. We're using an Overlord because I don't have the model yet, unfortunately. We have 3 troops choices, Immortals, 5 of them with Gorse Blasters, and 2 squads of 10 Necron Warriors. Then in the Elite slots, we have 2 squads of 5 Treyarch Praetorians and a Treyarch Stalker with a Heat Ray. Then onto the fast attack, we have 1 squad of Canoptic Scarabs with 5 bases. I need to add an extra 1 in there. And then 2 squads of 5 Canoptic Wraiths. We then have 3 squads of 3 Tomb Blades, and they have the Shield Veins upgrade to give them a 3+ save. And that is the whole list, fairly straightforward. Obviously no command point shenanigans because it is index. I do apologise for the fact it's index versus codex. A few people would occasionally raise that, but unfortunately we only have a limited pool of armies to choose from, and it's free, so shut up. Okay guys, so we have been through deployment. The mission is Tactical Escalation and the deployment type is Dawn of War. We're going to talk through where our objectives are. So Liam, if you want to talk us through.
Yeah, we'll just go right to left, it's easier, or your left to right. So number 1 is here by this turret.
Yeah.
There's another one, which I think is number 3 down here by this cult mech looking type piece of machinery.
Yeah.
Number 5 down here in front of this ruin.
Yeah.
We have number 4 and number 2 up on this big building up here.
Uh-huh.
And then finally in that bottom corner by the scarabs is number 6.
Cool. Who placed the first objective?
I did, I think.
Cool. So that means Darren would have been last. So Darren chose his table edge, which was that side. We already decided together what deployment we'd use, just for simplicity. So Darren took that table edge. Liam started his drops, and then Darren still finished first. We need to roll off to see who gets to go first. We're playing it as chapter approved. I looked this up because I think we got it slightly wrong the other day. Basically, you roll off, whoever finished deploying first gets +1 to that roll, and then the opponent can seize the initiative after we're on a 6. So here's the roll, here we go. Darren rolls a 4, and Liam a 1. Darren becomes 5. Liam, did you want to try and seize? You now get the opportunity to seize.
Yeah,
on
why
a
not?
6.
So
Also on a 6. Oh, wow!
Darren still hasn't gone first.
8 games.
And the legacy of Darren not going first continues. I am going to quickly talk through the deployment for both armies. We'll start with Darren's side. So Darren, do you want to talk us through your deployment?
8 games.
I know.
Alright, so basically Guardians and Dire Avengers and characters are generally in the Wave Serpents.
Yeah.
I used up 3 of my command points during deployment to put 2 infantry units effectively in reserve to deep strike, and those are the Dark Reapers and a unit of Guardians.
Wonder where they're going.
Yeah, indeed. So I did, because the Autarch was placed on the board before I did that, I could use his Path of Command ability to try and gain those 3 back. I didn't roll any 6s, but it was important I placed him down first, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to use it.
Does it say he has to be on the... Because with some of them it just says alive, it doesn't even say on the board, it just says...
This is on the board.
Ah, fair enough, there you go.
So that's why I placed him first, so I could do that.
Cool.
Yeah, that's really it. I mean, everything's all in transports. Doing transports because they're Guardians and they're probably very likely to get killed quite
it saves them if you didn't go first, basically.
That's exactly why.
And Liam, your deployment?
Yeah, well, because I have basically no idea what I'm doing Necrons, and this is a learning exercise, I thought what I would try and do is give it quite an even spread across the board. So I had even numbers of sort of warriors and tomb blades and wraiths all across the board. So depending on where Darren put his stuff, I kind of had quite an even coverage. I also tried to cover most of my deployment zone because I assumed that stratagem would be coming. So even though he can drop in, because he has to drop in 9 inches away, he's not going to be in my lines really deep, nice and deep.
Yeah.
So that's why I spread it out quite a lot, just to try and give me that coverage whereby he can't drop straight in. I think I've missed a little bit on one flank, but otherwise it's not too bad. I've kept the wraiths on the flank because they're very fast. I've kept the tomb blades spread across the board because they're very fast, and the scarabs are quite quick as well. That should give good coverage when I'm picking objectives to go and grab objectives, although you have made me aware that the whole army's range is 24, so the idea probably is going to be to march them forward as some big undead robot wall of death, if it works that way, hopefully.
Nicely done.
Finally, we've got the Cryptek in under that piece of terrain there, just to give
so
it...
he's giving everyone...
Yeah, his aura is only 3 inches, so it gives it
the
best coverage I could kind of get, whilst also spreading out and not castling. So all the warriors and the immortals are all in that bubble.
Cool, that's it for deployment. Then we'll get over to Necron Turn One. For Necrons Turn 1, our objective is secure objective 1. Unfortunately, that is deep within Eldar territory right there, so it's not happening just yet. Liam, talk us through your movement.
Being able to seize on Darren meant I could push forward and spread out a little bit more. That achieves 2 things. One, I've only got 24-inch range, so I can get some of the stuff in range because the Tomb Blades and the Triox Stalkers and stuff and the Wraiths are quite quick. Secondly, what I can do is achieve a bit more board coverage to reduce that stratagem ability, where he can deep strike within 9 inches. So he's going to be quite limited where he can drop now. And if he does drop in my lines, then he'll be in some sort of kill zone, hopefully, if it works the way I planned for it to, which probably won't. Anyway. So what we've done is we've pushed all the Tomb Blades forward, stuck them in cover, then found out they weren't infantry, they won't get the benefit anyway, but oh well, at least we don't take dangerous terrain anymore. We pushed the Stalker forward to get in range of this Wave Serpent here. See the Stalker and see the Wave Serpent. We advanced all the wraiths because they don't have any shooting weapons. The ones to your left gained an inch. The ones to your right, however, managed to gain 5. So they're racing forward. And we also, down in that corner that you look at those wraiths now, we jump the Praetorians up onto cover because they are infantry, so they will get the benefit. The last squad of Praetorians were kept on that little bunker at the back there for now because that is for deep strike coverage and they're on cover, so there's +1 just in case he does drop in if there is a gap that he finds somewhere.
Cool.
Yeah.
We're pretty much ready to go straight into shooting, aren't we?
I'm quite happy to go straight into shooting, yeah.
Yeah, there isn't much going on, to be fair, just because the range of most of the army is 24. And there's obviously some close combat elements to it as well. So first up, the Stalker just here is going to be firing his heat ray at the Wave Serpent just there. The reason we're doing this first is because it gets targeting relay, which means everything else who shoots it gets to reroll ones once he is hit.
So because he moved with his heat ray thing, he -1 to hit. So
Hang on, I'm going to cast lightning fast reactions for 2 command points.
Ooh, what's this?
You are at -1 to hit that.
Wave Serpent.
Wave Serpent. Yeah.
Is that for every unit for the rest of the turn?
Yes.
Nice. Eldar stratagems come into effect.
yeah.
No hits. And because you didn't hit the targeting relay, let's just double check if it's just one you target or whether you need to hit. I think you need to hit. The wording is that essentially you just need to attack something. It doesn't say you need to hit it, it doesn't say you need to wound it. So you are rerolling ones for all other units.
Okay, I'm going to try and get the command points back though.
Yep, this is a result of, is it your relic or your warlord?
The warlord.
Yeah.
Warlord.
Trait?
His path of command, not the trait.
Ah,
Path of
okay.
command. 6s.
No.
So I'm down to 5.
These Tomb Blades here, 2 of them are in range of the Wave Serpent, same one here. They're only in range of that one, that's why he's firing at that and not something else, despite the stratagem. Go for it. Hit on 3s, goes down to 4s. Yeah, re-rolling the 1, because you had that in, yeah.
So we hit twice, they're strength 5, 7 is toughness 7 or 6?
5, it's definitely 7, so you need...
Either way, it's 5
to
wounds.
Wound, yeah. One wound, it's -2.
Yep.
So it's a normal 5 up to save it.
Outside of Guybrush, it's got to be in.
No. And then it's 6 up Ulthwe save.
Indeed. No. It's only 1 damage, so the Wave Serpent's taken 1 damage.
What is damage?
These Tomb Blades just on this tower here are going to fire down a different Wave Serpent, obviously trying to avoid that stratagem that went off a minute ago. Rolling to hit. Hitting on 3s.
Yep.
Nicely done. No rerolls, unfortunately.
And then again, 5
to
wounds.
wound, yeah. Just
1 wound at -2 AP.
5 up.
No.
And then 6 up Ulthwe. No.
I haven't rolled any 6s yet.
I know, it's good, isn't it? Well,
Doing all the damage, mate, though. At this rate, you're going to...
Oh, no, yeah, 2 wounds on 2 Wave Serpents.
At this
finally.
rate, in 27 turns, those Wave Serpents.
These 3 here are in range of this Wraith Lord. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
6 shots.
Yeah.
Hitting on 3s.
Mm-hmm.
All but 1. Strength is 5, toughness of the Wraith Lords now is 8, but that still means 8. Wound on 5s. 1 wound again, amazing.
Minus... Oh, wait. Force Blasters. -2, yeah, sorry. We've been playing that
5 up.
Yep.
Yay!
Oh.
Ignores it.
So I did a grand total of 2 wounds
Yes.
in a whole turn.
That's your whole army done.
Pretty much everything
There
that's in
are
range.
no assaults to do.
But you can't blame me because you made the list.
I did. Yeah, so now you basically have to, with stands of firepower, and then when you get closer, it slightly increases, and you can start making charges, etc. But that is the end of turn 1 for the Necrons. No objectives secured. We shall get over to turn 1 for Eldar. Eldar, turn 1, we have secure objective 6. Funnily enough, it's a Necron deployment zone, so at least it's even and fair.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of movement,
Okay. Yeah, so most of my Wave Serpents have moved round here to get aiming at one part of the army that he's taking. The Dark Reapers have appeared from their webway portal on the top here.
hey, where I predicted.
Yay! And then the Autarch has gone up to join them just to provide them, make sure they get to reroll 1s when they shoot.
Mm-hmm.
The Shadow Seer has moved a little bit further forward in behind these vehicles because he's about to cast a Psychic Power, but he's still staying within 6 inches of both of these Wraith Lords, so they'll still get to shoot with as much efficiency as they can.
That's him there, yeah,
That's
cool.
him there.
jet bikes have stayed stationary. They've still got line of sight to the race. It's just so that they don't, miss out on, some of their shooting. So they're staying stationary because they're all armed with scatter lasers and they want to get the most amount they can out of it. Yeah, that's really it. I mean, there's another Guardian unit which is going to come through Webware Portal. I didn't want to bring them through now.
Okay.
And that's it, just on to Psychic Phase.
Psychic Phase, who's casting what on who?
Okay, again, this Shadow Seer down here, he's going to cast Restrain on the unit of Wraiths, and that is an attempt to halve their movement. He's got an 18-inch range. I'm probably too close for it to make much of a difference, but yeah, for the help.
Yeah.
So I need a 7 on 2 dice, which I get.
Hey, okay. So their movement has been reduced to 6 inches instead of 12.
Yeah.
What else do you have?
That's it, because there's no other Psychers around on the board.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Oh, what is shooting first?
Okay, first of all, I'm going to do I'm going to do this one, and this one. So I'm going to do the these guys. So this one, it's going to fire twin link shuriken catapults at the bottom, which should be within 12 inches. So that's 4 shots.
Wait, what are you firing at?
At the Wraiths. Cool. Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's hitting on 3s because it's an assault weapon. No rerolls of those. Toughness.
5.
So 5s to wound. 2 wounds. One at. I think you got invulnerable.
It's an invulnerable 3+. Yeah, it's always the same.
2 vulnerable saves.
2
wounds.
How many wounds each? Just 1.
Yeah,
they only cause 1 damage each.
So one's down to 1 wound.
Indeed.
The one at the back, obviously.
Yeah.
Bright Lance.
Yeah, Bright Lance from the same one. Hit on. Just hitting on 4s this time.
Yeah.
Okay, so it needs a 3 to wound with the Bright Lance. Causes a wound and invulnerable save.
Yeah.
So we had a 3 invulnerable. Yay!
Passes. Fine.
Now the Wave Serpent's going to fire its Serpent Shield. On a 2+, that unit takes D3 mortal wounds.
Okay.
Okay, D3 mortal wounds on that unit. 3 wounds on that unit.
No, D3 says 2.
D3, yeah, so 2. So that's 1 Wraith dead.
1 Wraith dies, 1
And
loses
1's down to 1 wound. When you use your Wave Serpent Shield, is it gone like it used to be?
It just means I can only fire it off as an attack once per game.
I see.
Per Wave Serpent. There is a stratagem that allows me to do it again.
Yeah.
But I can't, unless I use a stratagem, that's it. He can't use that. It still gets the defensive bonus, but it can't use the shooting bonus.
Cool. Just need to clarify. Sorry, guys, we reread the entry, and the way it reads, once you've used a shield offensively, the ability is not used for the rest of the game, which includes its defensive capabilities. So essentially, the Wave Serpent on the right there has used its Wave Serpent Shield and does no longer gain the benefits it would defensively. Right, what's up next?
Next Wave Serpent.
Sweet.
Going to do the same thing.
Yeah. We'll start summarising because it's exactly the same. All the weapons are the same? Oh, no, it's slightly different, isn't
Scatter laser on top.
Okay, so let's see a scatter laser in action.
No, this is shuriken cannon catapult underneath at the beginning.
Yeah.
Hitting on 3s because it's an assault weapon. Wounding on 5s. 2 wounds.
2, 3 up invulnerables.
One wound
passes, 1 fails, so he's down
One's
to
down
1
to
wound.
1 wound.
Yeah.
And scatter laser.
Oh, only 1 hit.
So you're hitting on 4s because it's heavy, isn't it?
Yeah, no wounds.
Cool.
Going to use the Serpent Shield again.
Yeah.
So 2+. Yeah.
D3
Causes
more
D3
wounds.
That's
2
more
more.
wounds.
So 1 Wraith dies and 1 is down to 2 wounds.
Yep. So another one goes.
I assume the next one's doing the same thing.
Oh yeah.
What does that last Wave Serpent have, weapon profile wise?
2 shuriken cannons.
Okay. And you're going to also use the Serpent Shield.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we'll just summarise that. So no wounds from shooting, but the Serpent Shield, another 2 mortal wounds, so we've had another Wraith drop. Additionally, Darren has forgotten a rule, so if you're shouting at the screen commenting, you now know they have taken crystal targeting matrices, and he forgot on the first 2, so the weapons that were heavy, when they moved, they were shooting the closest unit. They wouldn't have suffered the -1 penalty, but hey-ho.
Hey-ho, it's Wraith. They've got a 3-up invulnerable save. It probably wouldn't have made no difference anyway.
Yeah. What's up next?
This Wraith Lord is shooting at them as well.
Cool. What weapons does he have?
He's got 2 scatter lasers.
Yeah.
He's next to the Spirit Seer, so he rerolls any 1s, and he hasn't moved, so he's hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s.
I will summarise those shots. So we've had another 2 wounds from those scatter lasers. So we have 1 Wraith on 1 wound and 1 on 3 wounds. And next up are the jet bikes to the back. Again, scatter lasers, yeah?
Yep.
So again, we will summarise. So scatter lasers from those 3 bikes there have managed to wipe out another Wraith, and the last one is down to 2 wounds. Darren, what's up next?
These Dark Reapers are going to attack those guys there.
Cool, Dark Reapers, we haven't seen them in action yet, so what are their guns?
Okay, they're going to fire their normal Reaper launchers, which is 2 shots each, strength 5, I think it's -2 AP.
Yeah, heavy though.
Heavy, but they never suffer any penalties for moving and firing.
So the X-Arc is firing a Sunburst missile, which is heavy D6, but you're doing the normal guys first.
Normal guys first.
Sweet.
3s to hit,
Indeed.
but with re-rolling any 1s.
And you're re-rolling 1s because of the autark?
Yep.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Strength?
It is strength 5. It's a Star Swarm missile.
Cool. Also, they would ignore cover, but obviously they don't have cover, so it's irrelevant, but it's just something else they do. So running on 4s?
3s.
4s.
Oh,
4s, toughness
okay,
5.
my apologies. That many wounds.
How many minus?
It's -2.
Oh, nice. So it's 5 up saves, so I go in shield veins.
They could all be dead. They're all dead.
So
No,
1, 2. One
wound.
survives on 1 wound.
They're 2 damage each.
Oh, wow. No, none of them survive. They're all dead. So this Wraith Lord just here, shooting down at the Triarch Stalker, yeah?
No, shooting at them.
Oh, shooting at the Tomb Blades.
Yep.
Cool. Rolling to hit. What are his weapons?
Again, exactly the same. Scatter lasers.
Scatter lasers. Okay,
So,
we'll summarise.
hasn't moved.
No wounds done. What's up next?
Next up, this guy shooting at them.
Wave Serpent at the Tomb Blades.
Yeah, we're setting at the Tomb Blades.
And what weapons does he have?
He's got Bright Lance
Oh, okay, yeah.
and a Shuriken Cannon.
Cool. So
Again,
no wounds from the cannon. However, the Bright Lance have gone through. It's D6 per one, so we're rolling them one at a time in
So
case it was
first
a
one?
1. Yeah.
Does 6 wounds.
Yeah. So one's dead, and the second one.
Does 2
2.
wounds.
It's enough. So 2 guys have died from those Bright Lances. That's it for shooting, right?
Yeah, that's it for shooting.
And no assaults or anything like that.
No,
Indeed.
that was Eldar.
So that's the end of Eldar Turn 1. Obviously that objective 6, not secured. It is tactical escalation, so we'll start seeing more cards and more opportunities for points. You have, however, gained First Blood. And we do have some reanimation protocols from the Tomb Blades, so some could come back. We'll get over to Necrons Turn 2. So, Darren, what is this? You get an
Okay,
ability...
so yeah, the Ulthwe Warlord trait allows me to do try and gain command points. I forgot to do it at the start of last turn, but I have to do it at the start of his turn anyway, so I'm just going to roll 2 dice. Any 6s, I get a command point.
Sweet.
No.
Oh, unfortunately not. And then reanimation protocols for the Tomb Blades. On 5s, they come back. Double 5, mate. On no 5.
Oh, it's
On no
like
5.
double 5, it's double 2.
Yeah, kind of.
But they still stay there, don't they?
Yeah.
They
So
can keep
every
trying
turn,
Wow.
Liam gets to re-roll. Obviously, as soon as that last Tomb Blade dies, they are completely gone. Necrons Turn 2, we have secure objective 1 and hold the line. Hold the line has been achieved. You can see the guys all along the table edge. In terms of movement, other than that though, Liam, what's happened?
We got a rapid advance on the Wraiths, so we've charged them forward. There's not so much firepower this side at the moment. I know he's got the movement to do it. But, I mean, they are kind of good at drawing fire and soaking it up. That's potentially the best use of them at the moment because they're not that devastating in combat. We've jumped the Tomb Blades up onto this cover. Being on cover does clearly give them a +1 save, which is amazing.
No, you do know it doesn't.
Oh, they don't. We keep
How
doing
many
that.
times? How many times?
Probably
do we need to
another
tell
4 or
you?
5. Anyway, they're on cover because it looks cool. There you go. But they're also in rapid fire range of the serpents. It's the nearest thing they could reach. The Stalker hasn't moved, heavy weapon obviously, and it's still in range of this. So he's going to blow its load on that hopefully. The Catacomb Command Barge has come forward. He obviously wants combat really, and there's no point holding him back there for the rest of the game. I've still got my coverage across my back line so he can't deep strike in.
You did do a very small movement with him. He's got 12-inch move.
Yeah, we was right at the back of the board,
Oh, fair enough.
and I have a 12-inch deployment zone.
Oh, fair enough.
Anyway, the final Tomb Blade from this squad, where the 2 are having a little snooze, he's jumped up onto this one. That's to put some fire into the Reapers. We've seen how good they can be. And then the first squad of Praetorians, the furthest forward, and they're down here. Can you see them?
Yeah,
from
I
there?
can see him, yeah.
So there's 5 of them there. They're going to try and shoot at the Reapers. If I can kill a couple, I should have plenty of space to jump up and charge. Fingers crossed. We move this little... Wraith out there, hiding out of the way because he's now wounded and licking his wounds and hidden. The other Praetorians moved up out of cover, but in behind that building just to keep them alive a little bit longer, and then they should be able to start coming into some sort of combat effective range next turn, perhaps.
Yeah.
And that's about it, really, because he's moved everything left, and I've not got very much killy shooty stuff that side.
Yeah, you're hoping to win the left flank, and he's
obviously
definitely got the right
hold
flank.
the line, stop me from pushing all my warriors forward, really, because I want that point.
Yeah.
So that's where we are at the moment.
Fair. So, moving over to shooting, obviously there's no psychic phase for the Necrons.
No.
Yeah, perfect, mate. What are you shooting?
The Triarch Stalker
First.
at the Wave Serpent.
Good shout, yeah. So it just needs to. You would just need to announce as a target for its ability to go into effect. But yeah, rolling to hit, hasn't moved, so 3s. Oh, both hit.
Both hit. Its strength is good, and your toughness is worse than good, so it's 3 to wound.
Indeed. Yep.
2
minus. I think
AP
it's minus 4. Yeah.
Yeah. So he has his.
What's the damage on it?
D6.
Oh dear. So 2 6s then.
Yeah, Ulthwe.
Oh,
Nice.
actually,
Still not made a 6 yet.
that's a feel no pain type save, isn't it?
Yes.
Is that done after I've rolled for damage?
Oh, it is. So you've taken
so
2 of them.
which,
Yeah.
Whatever 2.
So yeah, here we go. Is it Feel No Pain-esque?
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's 9 wounds.
Right.
He's now got 7 left
yeah.
to make.
So we have 7 more Ulthwe saves. So 7 more 6s.
Oh.
So it's taken so far 1 in the previous turn, 2 just then.
Wait, what's up?
No, drop that down to 5 more saves. Your Serpent Shield reduces each damage characteristic by 1. So you only got 5 more
Have I
saves to
fired
make.
off the serpent?
Not on that one, you didn't.
I
Only
did
those 3.
Didn't you?
No, what would you fight it at? You didn't do D3
Oh.
more things with him. He's still got his Serpent
Okay,
Shield.
fair
Okay.
enough.
So 5 more saves, sorry. Not.
Sweet. 6s.
Hooray!
That's
So
pretty good.
2 takes a total of 5 wounds.
So he already had 1, he's lost a total of 6.
Down to 7.
Cool.
Yeah.
They're very durable.
They are really durable.
Yeah.
They're coming back to being a favourite again, I think. For
Yeah.
Eldar
Oh,
players.
yeah.
So the Tomb Blades here will fire at the same wave serpent. I've pushed them forward so they're in rapid fire range.
They are.
So they get 12 shots, thankfully.
Yeah, with their Gorse Blasters. Strength is 5, minus 2 AP, 1 damage a pop.
Yeah, and they get to reroll 1s because the Triarch Stalk is shot.
They do indeed.
So 12 dice there, I know because I counted the same amount of fingers I've got.
Cool.
Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. So I get these 3 rerolls and ditch that 2. Cool. So that's decent-ish.
And then wounding on 5s.
So there is 3 more wounds at AP minus 2.
Yeah.
So you get 5 up saves. 1
then
save,
2
followed by
Ulthwe
2
6 up.
6-ups.
Takes another wound. Down to total
Down to
6.
6, but that does nerf his profile at least.
Yeah.
Fire range.
Tomb Blade just here, firing at the Dark Reapers up top. Going to summarise it. So only 1 Dark Reaper has died. Next up.
We've got these 5 Praetorians here shooting at the Reapers.
Yeah, so they have Rod of Covenant.
Yeah, they have a single shot each with a 12-inch range.
Yeah.
They hit on 3s. They miss once, that's not too bad.
rods.
Their strength 5, so they wound on 3s.
Yeah, and they're minus, was it 3?
Minus 3 AP, so
1
it's 5
damage
up
a pop.
saves.
Yeah, they're in cover, so they obviously get +1.
That guy should have had a 6-up save, shouldn't he?
Oh yeah, should have. Sorry, we forgot to roll on the previous batch. No, it's
Yeah.
fine. Okay, so
Ugh.
And then this guy on a 6-up.
yeah. No, so
Another
1 more
one
Dark
dies.
Reaper dies.
Bada-bum. Bomb.
Cannon from this dude here going into the Wave Serpent. It's strength 5, minus 3 AP.
It's not heavy, is it?
It is heavy.
And he moves.
Yeah, but he has,
he hits
he
on
has ballistic
3s.
skill 2, so he's hitting on 3s, yeah. 1 hits. Reroll the 1.
For the Triarch Stalker.
Because there's a stalker, yeah.
So 2 hits. Strength 5 means it's 5 to wound.
Yep.
1 wound at minus 2 AP, so 5
Minus
up
3
save.
AP, minus 3.
Minus 3 AP?
6, yeah. No,
So it doesn't follow by
six.
D3 wounds.
Okay.
Oh, it's D3.
So 3 wounds, which goes down to 2
Yeah.
for the Serpent Shield, so 2 6-up saves.
No.
Nope.
Okay, so it's down to 4 wounds. You are chipping away at that, to be fair.
It's taking a while.
Unfortunately, the race, I know you see the race are quite close. They did advance, so they can't unfortunately charge. Otherwise, you could
However,
potentially see that thing dead.
The Triarch Praetorians can charge.
Yeah, is that all your shooting done then?
It is, mate. I'm afraid I think that's pretty much all that is in range and can fire.
Fair enough.
So that's me spent. I've blown my load.
What are they going to need to get up to there?
Or they fly. So that's
They do
that's the
fly,
crow
yeah,
flies,
they do fly, so it's just as the crow flies. yeah.
However, I'm sure you'll probably want to fire Overwatch with your Reapers.
Yeah, so we'll summarise the Overwatch. So 1 Praetorian takes a little lie down after being shot out on Overwatch. Let's see if they can get in. I don't know what we need, but let's just see what we get on the dice.
Ooh.
I will re-roll the 1 with one of my command
points.
points.
Got to be done, mate.
We haven't discussed this on camera yet. So once I saw the list that John had written, I said, well, why wasn't it 2 outright attachments?
Yes, yeah.
So we split it into 2, so there's 5
Yeah,
command
which
points.
we all agree on, it's fine.
Oh, good. Well,
5.
it's probably not going to make it.
Well,
He
you need
needs
to be
6.
within 1 inch.
Let's measure and find
So
out.
yeah, we'll just check. The Praetorians did just make it. The fact that you only need to be within an inch means that they literally just made it. We will see their attacks because they are more of a close combat-esque unit. Obviously they're going to have their pile-in as well, so they'll move slightly closer and a few more will be able to attack. So there's 4 in the unit that can attack. They have 2 attacks each, that's a total of 8. Hitting on 3s.
Math.
Quick math.
Oh dear.
No rerolls on anything. They are strength 5, so you're wounding on 3s.
Uh-huh.
And then they are minus
3
3.
AP.
So 6s.
6s,
Followed by
followed by
6s.
6s. So So no, and then 6s again. They're only 1 damage a pop. So 3 die from the squad. Pow, pow, pow.
I'll take
That's
that.
what you want. And then we'll summarise the attacks back off the Dark Reapers because they are not a close combat unit. Reapers, only with 3 attacks back, managed to do 1 wound on the Praetorians. So they need a leadership test, Darren.
Their leadership is 8, and
Yeah.
they lost how many?
They have lost 5 in that phase.
So anything above a 3, and then
Yeah.
lose some more models.
4, so one would die, yeah. End of Necron turn 2, we have secured hold the line for 1 VP as 3 units are on the back line. Are you keeping hold of objective 1? You probably are actually next
I
turn.
think I probably will.
next
Just because the
turn
races
you'll
are so
get that.
close, as are the Tomb Blades. Depending on what he does, there is a chance of scoring it. So I'm going to keep
Yeah.
it for now because in the
To be
next turn I can draw
fair,
2
you're
more cards.
looking fairly strong on this flank and you do have a lot of stuff on your back line.
I'm going to have to try and
That
start
flank-
sweeping round.
Yeah, that flank is looking like it's Eldar held. Anyway, we'll get over to Eldar turn 2.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just had some hot wings.
That's what it was, yeah.
So, Eldar turn 2, Skill Objective 6 and Legacy of Sorrow, which basically kill a character. Darren, movement.
Do you want us to take over narration?
Nah, well, yeah.
Very, very
I'm
simple.
genuinely feeling a little bit lightheaded. I'm not even joking.
This is bowels.
Anyway, so movement. The objective markers I've got at the moment, I'm not going for killing a character because it can be quite difficult at the moment. I'm just trying to manoeuvre to a position where I can snipe off what's on this flank. I'm going to use this unit as a sort of distraction over here to try and cause as much damage to these as possible.
Yeah.
I'm going to be mixing up some stratagems as well in the psychic phase. I know the psychic phase hasn't come in as much as it should do, considering how many psychers I've got, but I'm hoping I'm going to show a few interesting things here with the stratagems. Wraith Lords have moved to this position so they can supporting fire. The Reaper Exarch has fallen back from combat to allow this lot to shoot up to there. The idea for this phase, or this battle round for me, is going to be to try and kill her off that unit. Might be a bit of a push to get rid of them, but try and get those 2 units dead as soon as possible. And this lot are going to basically try and do as much damage over here as possible. There is 1 more unit of Black Guardians that's still in the webway. They have to come down next turn because they haven't come down this turn. So we'll see how we get along. I think I'm probably trailing on points at the moment.
Oh,
but
not by much.
I'm not that fussed at the moment. I'm looking for more useful objectives.
It's equal. You've got First Blood, Liam got Thingy, you each on 1.
I got what fingered. What you go?
Yeah, why not?
Chicken finger.
Yeah.
Liam
All
got
right.
fingered.
I'm ready to go straight onto the psychic phase.
Cool. What's
Okay.
happening?
So the first thing I'm going to do is spend a command point, and I'm going to use Concordance of Power.
Yeah.
1 command point, and it basically doubles the range. Use the stratagem when a warlock to conclave. I can't use it. Ignore that bit. Put that back.
So what's up, Darren?
Yeah,
Psychic phase.
It was going to do something in the psychic phase, but can't. This guy is going to cast Conceal. Sorry, he's going to cast Reveal on that unit up there to get rid of their cover save.
Yeah, on the Praetorian.
Okay, so he needs a
7.
Charge of 6.
Oh, 6. Isn't everything pretty much 6 for Eldar?
6
No.
or 7, most of it, yeah.
yeah.
Fair.
6s. Gets
Yeah.
it off, so they don't get a cover save.
Fair.
This guy is going to use Quicken Restrain on them,
Yeah.
which is Warp Charge 7. It'll again slow them down. Doesn't get it
Nice.
off, but doesn't perils himself.
Cool.
So we'll mark them there with that. Okay, so we'll go on to the shooting phase now.
Yeah. What have you got?
So I didn't use that point later on, so I'm going to now use a command point to use Discipline of the Black Guardians. Cue interesting noise. That basically allows this unit to re-roll rolls of 1 when shooting.
To hit and to wound?
It is only to hit.
Okay,
What
fair
rolls
enough.
did you get that command point back?
Yeah, let's see if I get it back. 6s. Yeah, I'll get one back.
Yeah, you did.
There you go, see? Gives you an all.
Right, we'll show these. We haven't seen Guardians yet. They can be at close range. Really, really good. So let's talk
Cool.
to their weapons. They have shuriken catapults, right?
Yes.
Strength 4, AP nothing, 12-inch range, rapid fire 1, but 6s are AP -3.
Oh, so against the race, it's really no difference.
No.
Okay.
No, they're shooting at the Tomb Blade.
Oh, they're shooting the Tomb Blades, fair enough. So we are going to see those guys in action. So rolling to hit.
No, sorry, they are shooting at the base.
Oh, you are going to... Okay, right into the race.
Okay, this is the normal shooting.
3s, yeah?
Yep, and no bloody
no
ones.
But, to be fair, other than that, quite a good roll.
You used just the Black Guardians. So those 2s you just rolled to hit, do actually hit.
Oh, do they?
Oh, does it increase?
Oh,
what
right,
does it do?
apologies.
Liam?
Add 1 to hit rolls made for the unit until the end of the phase.
Oh.
So with no ones rolled, so they all hit.
Okay, fair enough. So what's the re-roll ones? Did you think that was the
I
what
was
that
thinking
was?
of the Autarch. What I meant to do is
right.
bring the Autarch in, but so basically they hit with everything.
Oh, fair enough.
5s to wound because it's
Yes.
toughness.
5.
6s do additional AP, however,
Doesn't make a difference.
doesn't
to
make
them.
any difference because they have 3+ invuln saves. So that many 3+ invulnerable saves.
That was 7. That was a bit brutal.
It was good. Oh, your hands are cramming.
7 3+ invulns. So 1, 2, 3, 4 go through, which means we have 1 dying and 1 going down to 2 wounds.
What?
And then we have a missile launcher in the
D6
squad.
shots.
Yeah.
For 6
shots.
Hitting on
what's
2s.
what's the profile of this?
It'll be Aeldari missile launcher, so it'll basically be like a frag missile, won't
Is it heavy?
Yes.
So it's moved.
Yeah.
So it's actually hitting on 3s.
hitting on 3s.
It would be 3s going to 4s, but because of that
4, AP minus
stratagem.
1.
Okay, so 3 hits.
Yeah.
5s to wound. Ooh, 2 more wounds.
2 more 3+ invulns. Is it only 1 damage a pop?
Yes.
No. Oh, so another wraith. That's actually just bad
I'm
luck.
going to spend a command point.
Yeah, keep one alive.
No, it's good,
oh,
guys.
don't. That's actually quite good for that bit of shooting there.
Yeah,
I expect more wraiths to be alive, but hey ho.
You're too powerful for me.
Too
Right.
powerful. It's the way it, yeah. The vigour. Yeah?
Yeah. You're
Vigor.
always too vigorous.
Vigorous.
Yeah, that's why John's heavy breathing.
Can
Yeah,
you
swear
feel
to
your
God,
lips
it's hot
now,
one.
Joe?
Like barely. I genuinely thought I was going to fall over for a minute. I'm not even joking. I was like, I'll use the tripod as a support.
Burning up.
No, I did not
It
feel
does
great.
kind of look like he's have Botox and then
Yeah,
have his lips punched.
It's friction.
People said they missed the crude humour on Visicast.
Just
It's
get me
back.
and Darren back.
It's back, guys.
This guy with the bright lance
Yeah.
is going to fire everything at them.
Cool. They he's got a reduced profile because he's
that's
damaged,
true.
but we're going to summarise because you've already seen all the shooting for the wave serpent.
Yeah.
So, with the shooting, we had no wounds. However, he did then use his serpent shield, so that is gone. However, it did enough wounds to kill yet another wraith.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Leave his load.
Damn it.
Right.
What's up next, Dan?
We're going over this one. We're going to fire. I'm probably going to. He's closest, I think, to them.
Right, I'm going to summarise. So, are you doing the wave serpents in sequence?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just summarise all 3 in one hit, just for the sake of simplicity.
Rather.
No. So, the firepower from all 3 wave serpents and the scatter jet bikes went into the Praetorians up top there, and all of those guys, it took all of those guys to kill them.
Don't forget-
Additionally,
Yeah.
Darren spent a command point. What's the stratagem called?
It basically overload energy field projectiles
go.
allowed him to fire again
Yeah.
with his serpent shields.
Yeah, some more mortal wounds.
I'm going to try and get that back as well on a 6.
Yeah.
No. So I'm down to 4 command points.
Cool.
We've got some more firing in a second to do
Yeah,
as well,
we
which
do.
will be these guys.
Yeah, so we've got the Wraith Lords. We'll see what they do in a sec. So that Wraith Lord just down there has fired at the Tomb Blaze just here. Scatter lasers. We have 1 guy down and another one down to 1 wound, so 3 wounds in total. The next one who stood right next to him, you can't see him from this angle, also fired at the same squad.
That's right.
Cool. And no wounds from the second Wraith Lord. I don't know why they're laughing. I think someone's farted. Someone's farted, and that's, I mean, we're literally children. That's your whole army, isn't it? Yeah. The answer's yes. So, charges. The Guardians are charging, aren't they?
Yeah, they're charging the
Overwatch.
Tomb Blades. Right, so we'll summarise Overwatch. Right, so they are in. I did inform
Hang on a
Darren
minute,
that
hang on a minute.
they... Oh, what's up?
Can he charge as well?
Yeah, of course you can, mate. I'm not going to stop you. So they've gotten in. I did inform Darren that they have the fly keyword, which means they can just pop right out and then fire again anyway. But,
So I go for the race. I'm going to go for them, see if I can get in with the
cool.
Warlock.
If he's in.
No.
No, so it's just the Guardians. We'll summarise that fight because it's not going to be that interesting.
No, I don't think it will be.
So we have 1 more Tomb Blade dead from the close combat attacks, and Liam, you did do 1 wound back.
Yeah, I killed a Guardian.
Okay.
He re-rolled a 6 up, so he didn't kill a Guardian.
Oh, fair. Never mind. That's the end of that. It's the end of turn 2 for the Eldar. You had to kill a character, and you had to secure objective 6, and you didn't do those things, mate.
No.
You had 2 things to do.
No.
2 simple little things. and alas, you did not. So we shall move over to turn 3 for the Necrons. In terms of objectives for Necrons turn 3, we have secure objective 1 twice, so we had one before and one new one drawn. And as we're on turn 3, we have a third one in our hand, which is priority orders received, psychological warfare. We've had this before and we discussed it. It is technically possible, so we kept it that way. You could probably argue it either way, but that's how we're playing it, and we've all agreed that. Then on to Eldar stuff. At the end of the last turn, Darren has discarded Legacy of Sorrows to allow him another draw at the end of his turn. In terms of movement, Liam.
Yes.
Tell me, I'm dying to know. I'm so excited.
So I've marched all the warriors forward with the Immortals as a big marching army of dead. They've only got 24-inch range. I was holding back to limit his deep strike because I'm moving so much stuff forward now. It seems kind of pointless, and it's probably kind of boring for the people at home. So we'll move them forward and try and start getting them in range and do some shooting in the future. It might help, might not help. Either way, we're going to do it.
What's up? Yeah.
The Stalker stay where it is because he doesn't want to suffer the penalty to hit, and he's probably going to be shooting at this Wave Serpent again. Then look, the Overlord on the command barge has jumped over the scenery, and he's looking at the Guardians. The reason being, priority orders received. If he achieves it, they get more points. Psychological warfare. If I can do enough damage to them but not wipe them out, and they fail their morale, I will score that card.
Yeah.
So it's possible, although probably unlikely because it's probably overkill, and he might slaughter them. The Tomb Blades fell out of combat because they have the fly keyword, they jumped over the top. The nearest is now that Warlock with his stupid furry robe on, so they've decided they want to shoot at him.
I've just
finally,
seen. Yeah, go on.
The two race here have raced forward because they are both within 3 inches of, guess what? Secure objective 1. Because there's 2 models there and he has 1 model there. I hold that objective.
Indeed. Now this side, I see what you're doing here and it's looking more interesting.
Yep, so finally we have jumped 1 Tomb Blade forwards to here because I want to kill him and I wanted him in rapid fire range. These two obviously failed their reanimation protocol, as did the third one here, although one did get back up. And finally, the Praetorians have leapt over the building because they have the fly keyword. They're probably close enough to assault that jet bike squad, because why not? Let's kill stuff.
Yeah, you can start wiping. You need to wipe something out, don't you?
I've done a little bit of a shuffle with the Scarabs. The only reason being, if I do lose 4 bases, the 5th one can't be seen currently because it's behind that container.
Although if he kills them in one bout of shooting, it doesn't matter if they can't see him. But I suppose, if you take them off in order.
And I'm only keeping them on objective 6 because he has secure objective 6.
Yes.
So I have 5 bases on objective 6. I can try and, because he can't deep strike within 9 inches, I can try and restrict how soon he can score that card.
Indeed.
So that's the plan.
So there's going to be a fair bout of shooting. We'll do a lot of summaries. We've seen everything shooting pretty much. So yeah. Tomb Blade's just there, shot the Warlock, managed to kill him. The Treyarch Stalker back here just fired his Heat Ray at the Wave Serpent and managed to wipe it out. So the Wraiths, have nothing to attack really. They are still claiming that objective, and it did not explode. What's next up for shooting?
We will shoot the command barge at the Guardians.
Cool.
Summary?
Yeah, we'll summarise. Firepower from the Warlord on his Catacomb command barge has managed to kill 2 of the Guardians so far. Tomb Blade up there just fired at the lone Dark Reaper and has managed to wipe him out.
Cool.
Praetorians just here just shot the jet bikes and did no wounds at all. Hey-ho.
So it's
Is that it?
Yeah, we're going to do some assaulting. So I could fire the warriors over here at the Guardians. I'm concerned that if I do that, I overkill. I charge the Lord in. I kill the last couple. I don't get priority orders received. Yeah. Normally I would do it just to wipe the unit out, but I really want priority orders received.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping I can just charge him in, kill 2 or 3 guys, he'll fail his leadership, everyone's happy. We can all get naked and wrestle. And I'm also going to... Yeah.
What was that last thing you said?
Yeah, no, don't worry.
Okay.
It's just normal for a Thursday. Finally, we're going to charge the 5 Praetorians into the jet bikes.
Cool.
And I will Overwatch.
Sweet, we'll summarise all the assaults, Overwatch, etc. Over here, we had no wounds on Overwatch, and the Praetorians managed to do a total of 3 wounds, killing 1 bike and putting 1 down to 1 wound. And just here, the Warlord managed to kill a total of 2 in close combat, giving us 4 dead in total this round, which means we need a leadership test.
But I'm going to cast Insane Bravery for 2 command points. So I don't have to take the test at all.
Boo-hoo.
That's cool, and then you get to roll to get back.
Yeah, so on 6 as he gets them back. There we
It cost
go.
me 1 command point. I've got 3 left.
Cool. So in terms of objectives, it's actually been quite good for.
Yeah, I got
Necrons.
both secure objective 1s, which is cool. That puts me on 4 VPs in total. I did enough to do psychological warfare,
He did.
but he spent his command points.
Yeah.
And
Which
he
is
has.
fair play, but you've made him spend command points on something, which is a bit.
Yeah, I'm not too disappointed. I'm not
Okay.
going to
I
cry.
imagine you're going to discard that. I wasn't going to lead in question.
No, of course I am, because that was about the only chance I had really doing it.
Yeah. So that's the end of Necron turn 3. Over to Eldar turn 3. Eldar turn 3, we have secure objective 6, mission critical objective 3, and blood and guts. Where is objective 3? There. Okay, fair enough. And what else do we have? Blood and guts, which basically kill stuff.
Yeah, it's kill stuff in combat, which possibly, if I was down to 1 Praetorian left, I might charge in and try and get it.
Yeah.
But we don't know. I've got a roll for my start of turn, get a command point back.
Yeah.
Need a 6.
Nope.
Doesn't get it. Still on 3 at the moment.
So movement, you move these guys out of combat, I see.
They've got out of combat. They're heading towards that objective. 2 squads of Guardians have disembarked from.
Yeah.
2 squads of Guardians have disembarked from these 2 transports to encircle the Praetorians there.
Oh, mate.
This unit of Guardians is the one that was in the webway. They're going to be shooting, obviously, at the Scarabs. And this Wave Serpent, which has Eldrad in, and 2 units of Dire Avengers have moved this way to try and...
Oh, they're still in there?
Yeah, still in there.
See, it's interesting, you still haven't got everything out. That's, like, scary.
I mean, he has, but not on camera.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and the jet bikes have
I got
moved back
my
over here so they can make the most use of the Autarch.
Yeah.
And of course, he's trying to buff up the Guardians as well.
We're rolling ones. It's very interesting the fact that Liam has basically won that side of the board and you have won this side of the board. I like that. It looks very interesting. So, what are you doing for shooting? Obviously, those Guardians can't shoot because they fell back out of combat. So that's sorted.
Yeah.
They can't do anything really.
But they are going. I think they are just within 3 inches of that objective.
Of the centre of it.
It's of the centre.
The centre of it.
They're not.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, then maybe not of the centre of it.
They
and they
are
can't
not.
do any other movement, can they?
No, it can't advance because you dropped out of combat.
There's a stratagem.
Oh. If you do it normally without a stratagem, if you fall back, you can't advance, charge, or shoot unless you have the fly keyword, in which case you can shoot, but it's at a -1, I think, or something like that.
Yeah. I think it's after you've shot, but they can't shoot if they've got. I'm pretty sure with assault weapons you can shoot after getting out of combat.
I'm pretty sure you can't. I thought it was just advance. We'll double check, just so that
You
people
have to
don't
shoot,
complain.
sorry, you can't do it. I
Yeah.
lied.
Right, okay.
I tried.
So over this side,
tried to help you.
we'll summarize. There's a lot of shooting going into a few units. We'll just summarise what's going on over here.
I was expecting. to
Okay,
have a
over
fire.
here, obviously we have lost the Praetorians. We knew it was going to happen. To do that, it took both Wave Serpents, 2 squads of Guardians, and the jet bikes, which is obviously quite a lot of firepower. But that's how it went down.
Yeah,
so
I forgot to fire the star cannon
I'm
as
guessing you're shooting some of this stuff here at the Scarabs.
Well, this is going to fire at him,
Oh,
and it's
okay.
going to fire its catapults at the Scarabs.
Fair enough, we'll summarise that. So the Wave Serpent managed to do 1 wound to the Scarabs, and the Scatter Lasers obviously managed to wipe out the Tomb Blade up there. Is that
These guys are going to shoot at them.
also at the Scarabs? Okay, see how much they do.
So
Guardian Firepower taking 3 bases out, a total of 9 wounds.
yeah,
Pretty
I'll be
brutal.
using a stratagem as well,
Oh.
which is the one we talked about just now.
What is the stratagem?
After they fired, they can move 7 inches. I'm just trying to find the
Oh
name of the stratagem.
wow, okay. Cool.
Fire and Fade, it's called.
Fire and fade.
These Guardians, as you just saw use that stratagem, they have now moved within Objective 6, and because they have objectives secured, they have stolen it off of the Scarabs, who are fast attack. One of the Wraith Lords with its scatter lasers shot at the Tomb Blades that were just here and has wiped them out. There's only 1 guy left anyway, so it's fairly easy to do so. And the next one, who's he shooting at?
At them.
Cool. 3 wounds.
So 1
So-
down to 1 wound.
Yeah, 1 Wraith from the scattergun fire is down to 1 wound. That's all we're shooting, right?
I think so.
Thank God.
Was there that much of it?
Fair amount. There are no charges though.
No.
End of your turn. So you have secured. Where's Objective 3? You are just out of Objective 3. I think we measured that earlier.
Yeah,
which
a bit of a bugger
unfortunate. But you have got Objective 1, as we just saw a second ago. Blood and Guts was to kill something in close combat, which you haven't got. So I assume you're going to discard Blood and Guts.
I am, because I don't think I'm going to be killing any units in it.
That is, however, the end of Eldar turn 3. We shall get over to Necrons turn 4. for Necron turn 4, we have behind enemy lines, which is 1 unit complete within the enemy's deployment zone. That's good. We have defend objective 6. We have secure objective 2, and we have advance. Advance is no unit for your army being within your deployment zone. So, in terms of movement, then it looks like, and this is quite interesting, Liam is starting to take a lead on points, quite a strong lead on points, but in terms of what's on the board and firepower, I think Darren definitely has the lead. So both are leading in different aspects of the game. Liam, movement. I can see what you've done down here. You've done advance. Nothing's left.
So with advance, because although you say a strong lead in points, I'm only 1 point ahead currently.
Oh, okay.
I'm on 3, he's on 2.
Oh, right.
Those cards should draw me a couple more points ahead. So behind enemy lines, I could have got 2 units down. It's pointless if you can't get 3. Only 1 will do because you only get 1 point anyway. If you get 3, you do get D3, and I can't do that because he killed all my fast-moving jet bikes. However, it's a free point because my race was down there anyway.
Yeah.
Objective 6 defending. I can't. He's got too many objective secured units over there for me to do that. So there's no point worrying about that just yet. Advancing, I advanced everything at my deployment zone, and what I just forgot when I cut in there was I hadn't moved the Scarabs yet, and I went and did that then.
Yeah.
But basically, the Warriors and Immortals have all moved forward and right a bit, which puts all of them in range of the Guardian squad that just deep struck, or got that Wave Serpent, whichever way around it was.
Where's objective 2?
Objective 2's up there with that Wraith.
Oh, right, okay, so you got that as well.
So I've got that point
you're going to get 3
I've got 3 guaranteed points at the end of this, which is nice.
Brilliant.
And I'm hoping to do some more killy stuff. So I've obviously moved the Stalker forward, I've moved these Warriors forward to make sure they're all in rapid fire range, and I've got the Command Barge
you can start killing the
Just try
Wraith Lords.
and push through here. I don't think I'll do enough damage, but if I can hit his big hitters a little bit, then maybe it'll
reduce the firepower a bit.
Yeah.
There's 2 sides to this, right, though. So you're moving over there to start taking some punch. Scatter lasers have a fairly long range, isn't it? Like
36 inch
Yeah,
range.
right. So you're not going to get away from those, but some of the other stuff, maybe not. I'm just thinking you could just stay over one side of the board, take a lead on points and win that way.
The problem I've got is he's got 2 Wraith Lords with scat lasers, 3 jet bikes with scat lasers, and 3 Wave Serpents, all with 36 to 48 inch range. So it's not really any point me doing that.
That's fair enough. I suppose if you take a lead and at least 1 model survives, we're on turn 4. He's only got 2 turns to try and tame you if that's the case, minimum.
Yeah.
So yeah, interesting.
It's a fun game.
It is. So we'll summarise a lot of the shooting and stuff because we know what everything does with shooting. So I'm going to skip a lot of stuff. But yeah, it's looking like either person can win, which is nice. A nice place to be on turn 4. Shooting over here, Warriors managed to eradicate the Guardians there, as would be expected. The Treyarch Stalker shot into the Wraith Lord just here, giving us the little bonus to reroll hits for 1s for other units, and also doing a fair amount of damage. And that combined with the damage from the Catacomb Command Barge has taken that Wraith Lord down to 3 wounds, which means that he could probably be wiped out with the use of the Warlord and the Wraiths in a second. And now we're going to move over to some shooting on this side of the board. So these Warriors and Immortals all shooting at the Guardians have managed to take that squad down to just the 2. Quite a lot, and obviously a morale test will be needed in a second. However, we have assaults first. So what's happening, I assume, over here?
First thing we will do is assault the Kinetic Wraiths into the Wraith Lord. Then we will assault the Overlord in, and then finally we'll assault the Scarabs into the Wave Serpent.
Oh yeah.
Going to fire Overwatch.
Yep, cool.
We'll summarise all charges and Overwatches. So all the attacks from the Wraith and from the Warlord managed to take the Wraith Lord down to just 1 wound. However, his attacks back, the Wraith Lord's attacks back, onto the Warlord managed to do...
He did a wound.
Yeah.
It doesn't get an armor save because it's -4.
Yeah.
He rolled 6 for his d6 damage.
Yeah.
Quantum shielding kicked in because it doesn't specify against shooting.
Yeah.
I rolled a 3. I ignored all 6 wounds.
Nice.
Wow. Amazing.
Really good. Really good. So in terms of objectives, you have secured... advance behind enemy lines and objective 2 just there, yeah. So you have taken 3 more, so you're now on what?
I'm now on 6.
6 and Darren's on 2. Wow, okay.
Well, 1 plus his first blood.
Yeah.
And I'm going to bin defend objective 6 because I just don't see that happening.
Fair enough. We'll get over to Eldar thingy. Oh yeah, we need for the Guardians in the bottom right. Yeah. 2 plus 8.
It's 10.
Yeah, they go.
Yeah, they're gone. That squad has been wiped out.
Devastation.
Yeah. Did we do the attacks onto the Wave Serpent over there?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay, and nothing done for it. So over to Eldar turn 4. Okay, so Eldar turn 4, we have obviously 4 cards. That's how the mission works. Duh. We have Critical Mission Objective 3 and Hidden Path, which both are essentially Secure Objective 3, Hold the Line, and Priority Orders Received, Big Game Hunter. Objective 3 is Liam's close to me, which means I think he's going to try and fire, or he has, he's just walking away now. So, yeah. Objective 3 is there, not going to happen. But yeah, movement. It's all happening over this side. I'm just going to move over here. So everything is now out and is on the board, but yet again, you have real control over this side of the board. So I'm guessing Wraith Lord, he's dropped out of combat.
Just to allow everyone.
Yeah, so he's fallen back.
He's fallen back just to allow all these units here to try and shoot down with this one. I've learnt my mistake about the Warlord. Don't hit him with stuff that does multiple damage.
Yeah.
Ping him off with something else.
Yeah, slow damage.
So that's the plan. Eldred has actually gotten out with his Dire Avengers because I want to start using him. He's been in the safely tucked away in the Wave Serpent all game. I think it's about time he started using him. Guardians have moved around here so that they can pop off some shots against those warriors, and also basically the 2 Dire Avenger units are going to be shooting over there as well.
Yeah.
That's really it. So it's just going to be a case of trying to kill what I can.
Yeah. Your win condition is now to table Liam in 2 turns.
Yeah.
Which is possible. I honestly think it is.
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult one because, as we discussed during the sort of break, I've been a bit unfortunate perhaps with the cards.
Yeah, you're not going to win the card game. I think you need to forget about it, especially with that draw there. Yeah, although you could get Hold the Line, to be fair. And potentially Big Game Hunter. No, you can't get Big Game Hunter.
Okay.
Oh, maybe. But yeah, so I'm going to summarise the whole turn because it's just a load of shooting.
Sure. Okay.
So we are summarising the whole of the Eldar turn. It's not gone great. There's a lot of shooting. That shooting took about like 10 minutes or something, I think. Basically, everything up top there shot at the Wraith and the Warlord. Managed to do 2 wounds to the Wraith because the Wraith had a good time passing 3+7.
No. The Wraith didn't suffer any wounds because they passed something like 12 or 13.
Oh, he's already on 1 wound.
He passed everything that was thrown at them.
Okay.
And the Lord took about 3 wounds.
Thanks to quantum shielding, it would have been more.
Basically, some very lucky Wraiths there.
Yeah.
He was almost killed twice in this game so far.
And then down here, we've had a lot of Warriors and Immortals die, but not enough to kill a squad. So
no, I ran out of range.
If you would have, I see, yeah.
And I passed both the morale checks.
Yeah. And then we did have a Wraith up here on Objective 2, but he is dead. So that is the end of the Eldar turn 4, and no objectives have been secured, unfortunately. So again, Liam has got the lead. It's just whether you can wipe him out before the game ends now. That's pretty much it, I think. So moving over to Necron turn 5. Okay, we are on turn 5 for Necrons. We have yet another decent haul for them, so I think the points game has definitely been won by the Necrons. We have Domination, which is not possible, Defend Objective 5, Secure Objective 6, Secure Objective 4, and Defend Objective 3. Liam, you've done your movement. Which ones have you already got?
I haven't already got any, so I jumped up to get Objective 4 at the top here.
Yeah.
With the Wraiths because they're fast enough and they ignore terrain.
Yes.
What I've done is I've moved these. Well, I ran the Warriors. I rolled a 1. I spent my last command point, rolled a 5, so I got a 10-inch move with them in total.
Nice.
That allowed me to daisy chain all around both objectives, so I can start the defending of 5 and 3 at the same time. I can't get 6 because it's over there, so there's no point trying, and there's no way I can get Domination.
I have a feeling that. Sorry, your mic's not on. Oh, it's not on over here. I have a feeling you can't take 2 objectives with 1 squad. Is that the case?
I think you can.
I think you can. I think you couldn't in 7th, but I don't know about 8th.
I've read it in tournament packs that you have to pick, whether it's in the rulebook or not. If you guys are both happy, with that, we'll play it that way.
Well, I'll keep shooting, and then we can check the rulebook. And if it's not the case, then I'll just move them because they're not going to shoot. They won't have any other effect to them at all.
Yeah. Objective 5 is just here, by the way, guys, just in case you can't see. So that's that. Over there has been a little bit movement with the Warlord, and then down here again, you've kept everything quite stationary. You haven't really moved.
Well, I've moved the Warriors and the Immortals forward most of their distance. It looks like they haven't moved, only because they've replaced the ones that lay on the floor to get them in rapid fire range. The Warlord did stay still, so he's hitting on 2s against the Wraith Lord. I won't say we've already done the shooting for that because we got carried away, but we did. He's only taken 2 wounds, but we'll carry on with the shooting phase and then come back.
Yeah, I'll summarise it all. So Liam, what's happened?
Right, so we rapid fired the warriors down the front here and fired the immortals into the Black Guardians, and we killed about half the squad, four of the squad. So he has a battle shock or morale test, what you want to call it, coming up.
Yeah.
The Triarch Stalker fired at the Wraith Lord with a wound remaining and blew him off the face of the planet. Did about 10 wounds, I think, to
wow.
him. Yeah, absolutely annihilated him. He only had one left. What a waste.
Yeah.
The Wraiths, as we already know, have moved up here out of the way. The Overlord shot at this Wraith Lord, did a single wound. Charged into him, did another single wound.
Yeah.
Took an absolute spanking, which took him down to a single wound. Quantum shielding saved him again. Yeah, Darren rolled a 2 for his wounds for his last
And
attack.
you rolled 1.
And I rolled a 1 and got underneath it. So he's just about alive on a single wound, not on 2 wounds, that's a lie. So he's got a single wound remaining. So he'll probably die, but the idea was to tie up the Wraith Lord and not allow him to shoot, which we've achieved. Obviously, we've got the warriors over here defending these two, and the Stalker here maybe is safe, I don't know. Bright Lancers can nail it, but Quantum Shielding seems to be quite good.
Yeah.
So likely
he's on full wounds.
Yeah, he's on 10 wounds, yeah. So he shouldn't die, touch wood. But we'll see. We'll see how it lasts.
So that's that morale test then, Darren.
Oh, 10,
failed.
three models.
So this squad, just losing a few extra ones. Was there anyone else that needed morale test?
No, that's about it, I think.
Cool. End of your turn. You have secured objective 4 up there.
I have secured objective 4.
So that's another point, and you're halfway to this
defending
one.
3 and 5.
And there, with that squad getting both of those, you can see.
I'm obviously going to discard secure objective 6. Domination, I'll discard it.
Yeah, that's impossible. So, again, smashing it.
Cards, I am, yeah. I've just got to try and stay alive.
Yeah, so we'll go over to turn 5 for the Eldar and see if Darren can wipe out the Necrons. I think it's looking unlikely now. Obviously, it could go on, and then it could be possible, but yeah, that's it.
All right.
Right, Eldar turn 5. It's not about the card game for Eldar, we know that now. In terms of shooting, I'm just going to say what you killed. You killed the Warlords, you killed the Wraiths up top, and you've managed to kill the Immortals and the Warriors.
Yep, 2 interesting points with that. Stalker. What happened?
He did 11 wounds with his 2 Bright Lancers, and Quantum Shielding nailed them both.
Yeah. Quantum Shielding is awesome. So that's pretty much it. There was just a load of shooting for 10 minutes, so I thought it's easier to summarise it just because we know how the shooting works for these guys, but that's it. So we're going to see if it's the end of the game. So, rolling to see if it's the end. Here we go. And that's it.
Oh, there it is.
So the game is over. GG. We'll have a bit of a debrief.
I've dropped one again.
Right, game's over. Game's over. Oh, God. Game's over. I've had that all night. I did start to summarise quite a bit of that because there was a surprisingly large amount of shooting. It did take a while. Each shooting phase was about 10, 15 minutes maybe.
I was going as fast as I could.
I know. Oh no, you were. You genuinely were. There's just a lot of it.
I mean, he's got a well-exercised wrist.
Of course, he has to.
So, yeah, it was quick.
I launched a dice into orbit earlier.
You actually did. He rolled and then
it was stuck in my fingers, and I sort of like seagulled it up into the air.
What a verb.
Seagull.
We called it a very interesting game. It's interesting because there were 2 sides to that. You had the point side, which was being smashed by Liam and the Necrons, and you had the table killing stuff side, which Darren was indefinitely winning. Which meant that the victory conditions for each army became different as the game proceeded. Unfortunately, Eldar didn't manage to wipe Liam off the board. The resiliency paid off. But yeah, I think a lot of that came down to luck of the draw in terms of those cards. Darren got really unlucky with cards.
Consistently
Did you
unlucky.
even have more objectives on your side of the board? That's why you chose that as your deployment area?
No, I mean, I think I had less, but I just wanted to be able to sort of back up and choose where I fought. But the problem was, I mean, whenever I had an objective, the first one I had to get was the other side of the board, and the next time I got a card for an objective, it was diagonally across the other side of the board. So getting the first one took me about 3 turns to get it, and it was a struggle to get to that one. And the next one, which had any sort of objective marker at all, was diagonally in the opposite corner. Yeah. And whilst I've got speed, I didn't want to run the gauntlet of going past all of the Necrons to get it. So I was trying to fight, mostly back them off and hoping that I would get cards that would be good for me.
Yeah.
I got the Psychic Power one in the end, I think, on the last turn, so I got some points for that.
Yeah.
D3 points. I don't think we worked that one out.
No, we didn't roll for it.
No, we didn't roll for it.
The gap was so big, it wouldn't have made
Yeah.
a difference. It was a crushing victory in terms of points.
It didn't, the cards necessarily. Basically, I was waiting out for the cards to come so that I could use them and make advantage of them.
Did you notice he was using my cards, my Eldar cards?
Oh god, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mix them all up.
Yeah, cards killed him. Because actually, if that would have gone on for another 2 turns, which it could have done, then I probably would have nothing left on the board.
No, yeah.
To be fair,
probably.
I had 10 warriors and a stalker left who had 8 wounds remaining. So
Yeah. And
I only had a character. He did have a cryptech.
He wouldn't have lasted long.
He would. To be fair, he wouldn't have done no. But yeah, the Triox Stalker lasts quite a long time. Quantum Shielding is very, very powerful. Very powerful. Basically, Quantum Shielding, if you don't know what it is, I think we said throughout the battle. But if it does, if you have like a las cannon or a bright lance, whatever it is, that does a certain amount of damage. If you roll that damage and that damage is say 6, Quantum Shielding, if you roll less than the damage, all damage is discarded.
I mean, that's insane.
Yeah. So if he did 6 damage with one shot, Liam rolls a 5 or less, it's just gone, doesn't count.
Yeah, I expected the Necrons to be quite survivable, and they weren't that survivable.
They're actually not.
Right, reanimation didn't do me many favours.
No.
I'm not complaining about it, but it just didn't seem to work. I didn't roll many 5s-ups. They lost a lot of wounds very quickly to just scatter lasers, which aren't even got negative AP.
No,
which isn't a massive issue, but quantum shielding, that is really good.
That is very good, yeah. I do think the Necrons, they do need a Codex.
Your pet duck's about.
Necrons do need a Codex, and they're supposed to be an army that is survivable, and they're not that survivable, and they don't have the Daco. You didn't really kill much.
I mean, I did okay.
You did okay, but wow.
Oh, we didn't do that well.
That's horrific. This is like last night I was all like this. This is bad. I'm supposed to be seeing a girl tomorrow night, and if I'm like this, no, I'm not. I'm just going to sit at home
It'll
and
say
cry.
To see a girl.
It's just, I had to build
He
up
rolls
this
dice with
facade.
his own. I mean, when I managed to get near this, it depends. You said it to me at the very beginning. I didn't know until I turned up to play Necrons, and then John explained to me that they just have 24-inch range across the board on that army that you've built.
Yeah, they're a mid-range army.
And actually, when they get in range, they don't do that badly.
Yeah.
It's just getting there. And because they're such short, I say short range, 24 isn't that bad. Because they're short range compared to other stuff like scatter lasers, and they only move 5 inches, it's very hard to get, especially when you consider they're most effective in rapid fire range. Very hard to get. That is disgusting. It's very hard to get in rapid fire range to where they start kicking out their damage.
Yeah.
They're not bad. It's just I'm not going to criticise the list because the Tomb Blades are fast, which is good. The Wraiths are fast, which is good. The Praetorians are fast, which is good. So I think it's quite balanced. It's just not killy enough, considering how quickly it falls over.
No, it's not. It's really not. Hopefully that'll be resolved with the Codex. And Eldar, we got to see a lot of stratagems, and we also got to see a new Craftworld. How do you feel about the?
Well, I built the list specifically with getting to use as many stratagems as possible in mind. So it's an Ulthwe list that's going to have lots of Guardians. They're relatively cheap, but they probably need to be in the Wave Serpents, hence they win in the Wave Serpents. But with the construction of the list, I managed to get as many as 10 command points in there, which gives me plenty of opportunities. And I was laying out the cards for all the stratagems that could be used by that army at some point during the game, and there was a hell of a lot that I could potentially use, loads of them. So that was really good. It was great to use so many different ones. You'll notice there's a couple of points where I've linked up things like the Guardians having +1 to their roll to hit and sat them next to the Autarch. This goes on about some of the things I've talked about before about using the Autarchs along in a Ulthwe list now. So stratagems are really good. They allow me to do lots of different things I wouldn't necessarily have been able to do. It was brilliant. The one thing that did strike me about the whole game was that the rolling to get command points back. As you said, over the course of the game, for every batch of dice for any type of thing that I rolled on average the correct number of 6s. But whenever it came to rolling for my 6-up save for Ulthwe, or rolling to gain back a command point that I just used, or to have one at the start of the turn, they didn't come up at all.
Did you run out of command points?
I did in the end.
Oh, did you? Okay.
But I only managed to get one back.
Yeah.
From using one, I think, and I never generated any in any of the turns. So it was like 5 turns, 10 opportunities to roll a 6, no 6s.
I think you used the stratagems quite well though, the new ones. It was quite impressive to see some of the ones that we didn't see in the last game.
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is
yeah.
quite nice to watch.
Yeah.
I think you used them well. I liked it.
They're two very different lists as well, so you've got a lot of variety in those two battle reports to see.
And I was surprised at
differences.
how killy that Eldar list was
I
when it was just Guardians and Guardians and Guardians. And
Well,
Serpents are
Guardians,
good.
when Guardians start shooting, oh my god, they do loads of damage. I mean, as soon as you shoot back, they just go, yeah. But,
Do what?
yeah.
But that's why they need to be in the Wave Serpents or
Yes, yeah.
use the Webway Strike, just because they need to hit in one go and cripple what they're attacking
Yeah,
and not to be
yeah.
shot back.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're just too paper thin. And the first Guardian unit that went out to try and whittle down the first unit that you basically killed, I knew they were going to die straight away, but I just needed something to tie you up for a turn and maybe chop a few wounds off things that weren't going to come back. So that was the plan with those ones. But Wave Serpents were good. I love
They're
the
always
Serpent
good, yeah.
Shield. I think that was fantastic, being able to fire that. And was it not for the Quantum Shielding, I think I could have done a bit better.
Yeah,
It drove me mad, that did.
yeah.
Cards killed you.
They
The
did.
cards were the reason behind the loss.
And that will happen in games. So I've had games before, when I played Noel in 7th edition, and the first 2 turns I ran off into something like a 10-point lead because of the stupidly good cards I got
Yeah.
and how badly he got.
No, I remember that
You
game.
can't do anything about that.
No, you can't. You can have the tools to make sure you can get them when they come up, I suppose. But
Yeah, I mean, I
that's,
could have gone and got things from across the board with the Wave Serpents, but it would have meant sacrificing a Wave Serpent for 1 point.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
When I could have kept it back and used it.
I don't know about sacrificing. It's hard for me to kill anything with a list.
To be fair, that as well. But yeah, there's another battle report. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, blah, 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 usual stuff. Liam's from a channel called Moarhammer.
Yeah.
I mean, that's there. That's linked below. You can check that out.
Are you going to link it again?
Yeah, I have to. I don't have. Otherwise, you like.
This looks like something you've ironed on yourself.
Don't say that.
Take the mick out of it. A friend of mine got that
Don't
for
say
me.
that.
I didn't.
You've got a friend with an iron?
I would never buy this myself. It's terrible.
Yeah?
But a friend gave it to me, so I have
they?
to wear it.
Where did they get the design from?
No, made the design.
Did he?
Yeah.
Was he the friend that gave it to you?
No. This is quite the quizzing, isn't it?
So there you go. If you're still watching, probably not. If you can like, comment, subscribe, check out Liam's channel, watch the other battle reports, do all that stuff, and we'll see you shortly.
One more for safety.